Hi everybody, it's Kiki with Sadhana Health and Wellness. It's September, which is National Yoga Month, and I am going to be highlighting today Tadasana, which is known as mountain pose. Now, Tadasana is known as the mother of all asanas. It's usually the starting point for most poses, and it's also a neutral posture to move the body into when you're sequencing. Mountain pose strengthens the ankles, the knees, and the hips and the thighs. It tones and strengthens the abdomen, the thighs, the calves. It provides agility in the spine by increasing flexibility, by lengthening and strengthening the spine. It opens up the channels through the body by moving prana, which is energy, directly from the head down to the feet and back up from the earth. It is a stabilizing pose. It's also very grounding. It provides circulation of energy, of blood, of lymph. It energizes and it helps provide stability. So as we're thinking about how we sit in our day-to-day, we're at our desk for long hours, we're lounging on the couch. A lot of times our posture begins to suffer from weakened muscles. So, honestly, do you want to be like this? Just kind of sloppy and slovenly and just kind of like, hey man, how you doing? Or do you want to be like this, like pow? So Tadasana helps to not only correct your posture, it helps bring awareness to what your correct posture is, how you should be standing during the day, what your natural standing posture is, and those places in your body that feel maybe that they could use some more work, that they could be either more flexible or stronger. So there's a story, of course, behind Tadasana. The mythology behind this is, so you remember when I was talking about Shiva and Prakti. Shiva and Prakti were a married couple. Well, I haven't gotten to this part in mythology yet, but unfortunately, Shakti dies. So Shiva's devastated. He's upset. He goes off into the mountains to just meditate. He does a lot of this, by the way. He goes off and he meditates and tries to keep from like destroying everything. But he goes off into the mountains to grieve and to meditate. And Vishnu, the preserver, he takes Shakti's ashes and he scatters them through the mountains. And what is reborn from these ashes is Pravati. Remember I said Devi in all of her different forms has many different names. Well, Pravati is the reincarnation of Shakti. So, Pravati wanted to get Shiva's attention. She was in love with him. She some part deep down inside of her knew who he was, even in her reincarnated state. And she wanted to get his attention, but how do you get the attention of a grieving person who's been in meditation for like years? So she covers herself in bark. She assumes an asana. She stands in that asana upright for 180 days in meditation. So Shiva, he comes out of meditation. He's kind of wandering around, through the mountains and the woods, and he comes across Pravati. And then they recognize each other. They recognize each other's essence for who each other was before she was reincarnated. They fall in love and they got married. So Tadasana, or mountain pose, represents her steadfastness and strength and her perseverance in holding this pose for 180 days while she waited to manifest the person that she wanted, the person that she loved in her life. So a great story, and it's a great pose. So I look forward to showing it to you. So let's get started. All right, let's begin in mountain pose. First of all, let's get our feet hip width distance apart. All right, when we say hip width distance, a lot of times if you can place your hand in between your 2 feet, that's about as wide as it needs to. They need to be spaced out. We're gonna lift our toes up off of the floor to settle our feet, do a little rocking to stabilize, and then place your toes as spread out as you can onto the floor. All right? Stack your hips over your knees. Okay? So what we want is to hold this position with a neutral pelvis. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm talking about. You don't want your spine to be curved back, and you don't want it to be tilted forward. You want a neutral spine. So what you want to do is clench your buttocks so that your pelvis moves into its neutral position. And then you can relax it. You want to hold your stomach muscles in, lift the chest up and out of the waist. Bring your arms to your side, upward elbows come in, and then relax your hands to the floor. Your shoulder blades should be back and down. Elongate the neck, almost as if you have a pole running from the floor all the way up through the top of your head. Your chin is straight ahead, about the size of an apple or a fist underneath your neck, underneath your chin. That's the space that you want to have. And then you're elongating. So let's get our feet grounded. Activate the calf muscles. Activate the thighs. Activate the buttocks. Clench in. Move the pelvis with the tailbone down. Activate the stomach muscles and the core. Lengthen the arms. Activate the arm muscles. Fingers pointing straight down towards the floor. So you're simultaneously pressing down and grounding through the floor, and yet lifting and elongating up through the waist, up through the neck, up through the top of the head. Engage all of those muscles. Hold, hold. Now relax. All right, let's shake it out. We're going to do it again. Again, feet hip width distance apart. Curl the toes up, spread them. Activate the calves. Don't hyperextend the knees. Keep a soft bend in the knees. But activate those thigh muscles. Clench them. Clench the buttocks. Activate your core muscles and your abdomen. Chest is up and out. Hands are down. Reaching towards the floor, almost as if you want to power down through the floor. But yet you're lengthening up through the top of the head. Hold, continue to breathe. And release. So this position shows you what your natural posture should look like. So here's my natural standing pose. Now you may feel you look a little strange, or it may feel a little strange, but this is the way that you should stand on a daily basis. This is your correct posture for your body. This is how we keep our spine strong. This is how we keep our spine straight. Mountain pose is also a transitional asana in between. Like when you're doing sun salutations, you always begin and end in mountain pose. It's a very important pose, and again, I love it. It makes me feel extremely powerful. I love how I could only go from holding it to a few minutes where I was breaking a sweat till you can stand for extended periods of time just in this position. And it does. It tones the legs. It tones the abdomen. Your back becomes stronger. It relieves so much stress, and it is almost a meditative stance because a lot of times we may end or begin in Namaste. So that was Tadasana, mountain pose. Let me know how it feels to you. Let me know if you've noticed anything strange, if you feel any tightness, if you feel like any stress in your back. That just means that you need to correct your posture or you need to strengthen those muscles. Just, leave a comment below. And I haven't quite figured out what the next pose is, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have some great mythology. Actually, I may be doing the Warrior series, which another series of asanas that I absolutely love. And the story behind it, of course, includes more drama. So anyhow, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.